Let's take a little closer look at this business of putting on hackle. I've set a fairly large hook in here. I'd like to take a moment to explain how we do things a little bit differently with a Norvise system than a conventional vise. Let's start out by putting some body material on here. I'll just use some of this bright orange dubbing so that we have a little better contrast to see what's happening with our hackle. So we'll spin on a little bit of dubbing. Sure like to do this part, it works so neat. Pull this off of here now, and I'll just roll that on, and this will give us a base for that hackle feather to bite into. Now traditionally, I'm going to use a saddle hackle here to begin with. The traditional way of hackling is where we take the feather and essentially wrap it around the hook. And this is the way you'd be doing it with a stationary vise. We would be wrapping this feather hand over hand like this. And of course, with the Norvise system, what you want to do is put your bobbin on the thread post, hold the feather, and turn the hook. This is much easier. You can see how precise you can lay that hackle in there. Now sure, you could lock it and go back to doing it hand over hand. We can also take it off of here just as easy as we put it on. If you had wings on there, you'd very carefully take a couple turns in back of your wings, go through them, a couple turns in front, and that's how you do your dry fly hackles. When you're palmering, I'm a strong advocate of palmering from the front. Now there's a couple reasons for this. One is if you have a traditional palmered hackle, something like this, and it doesn't matter whether you start at the front or you start at the back, but that puts a spiral of hackle from one end of the fly to the other. When we're casting or pulling that fly through the water, that spiral of hackle is going to work just like turbine blades. That's what twists up our leader. Now the way to beat that is you put one spiral this way, turn, and one spiral back that way. Now it's like counter-rotating propellers and your leader won't twist. Try it, it really works. Okay, we can also reinforce the hackle. This works pretty good on big flies. Little bitty flies, it's really not necessary. But by spinning the thread and the hackle together, you'll come up with a creation that's absolutely bulletproof. Do it like that, you'll be able to pull pieces out, it doesn't come undone. Now this is a better way to do it. It really is.